Good evening to everyone joining us from home tonight for the No Silence, No Violence virtual fundraiser. We are so thrilled to have found a way to bring people together who care about supporting the work of this organization while also enjoying a creative night of fun and celebration. My name is Anna, and I'll be your MC, auctioneer, and bingo caller for the evening. And I look forward to providing you with an evening full of inspiration, exciting auction opportunities, and some serious bingo playing. This is our first ever virtual event, so let me break it down how tonight is going to work. Tonight, you are going to have the opportunity to participate from either your phone or your computer. Using your phone, you can bid on all of our incredible auction items by texting the word bingo to 22454. You're going to put 22454 in the number and the word bingo in the text. You can bid on your computer as well by going to www.nsnv.afrogs.org. Also, if at any point you are needing support with the online auction, please feel free to call the live helpline at 208-807-3808. Once again, that's 208-807-3808. We have some awesome hot ticket items that I will be highlighting throughout tonight's program. Our first item is a signed basketball and cameo from former basketball player and now current head coach of the Sacramento Kings, Luke Walton. For those of you that don't know what a cameo is, Luke will record a personalized message for a person of your choosing. Let's say you have a daughter who's a huge Lakers fan. You can get Luke to record her a personalized birthday message. Or if you have a son who's a huge Sacramento Kings fan and he's graduating soon, you can get Luke to record him a graduation message, a Christmas message, any message of your choosing. Once again, there's going to be a signed basketball included with that. I have that right here. This item is absolutely priceless, and the current bid is $250 to bidder number Secchio. This is the perfect item for all of you basketball fans out there, so make sure to keep an eye on this item. Our next item is a one-year flower subscription from Untethered Flowers. Enjoy gorgeous flower arrangements delivered to you every month for a whole year. Untethered Flowers actually provided our flowers here this evening. As you can see, they're absolutely stunning. You know, we've all had a rough 2020, and there is nothing better to brighten up your everyday life by getting a gorgeous set of flowers every single month. This item is worth $900 and the current bid is $600 to bidder law. This item is great for you or for someone that you seriously love. Seriously, don't waste it on someone you just kind of love. Make sure it's someone that you seriously love. That's how great this item is. Next up, we have dinner with No Silence, No Violence founder, Jessica Yaffa. You're gonna get to enjoy a private dinner with Jessica at one of my very personal favorite restaurants, Jake's Del Mar. Seriously, if you haven't tried their calamari, it's absolutely to die for. So if you walk away with this item, make sure that's the first thing you order. I've gotten to know Jessica throughout this process, and I can honestly say that just having dinner with her is worth it. But just to sweeten the deal, we're gonna include a $100 Jake's gift card. This is an absolutely priceless item, ladies and gentlemen. The current bid is $200 to bidder Carol. So if you would like to have dinner with Jessica, make sure you bid on that item. Next up, we have Get Fit personal training, spin bike classes, and more. This item is going to include a one-on-one fitness consultation with instructor Selena, who will work with you to set your personal fitness goals and help you achieve them through customized personal training, and a 1-month unlimited virtual workout classes. You're also going to receive a brand new spin bike, which you are going to need to take your virtual spin classes with legendary spin instructor, Sarah Carroll. If you think your spin classes are hard with Peloton and Nordic Bike, you have not taken a class with Sarah. This item is worth a whopping $1,000. The current bid is $400. And if you're like me and you are still carrying some of that weight from the beginning of quarantine when we were all eating banana bread and whipped coffee and sourdough bread, this is the perfect item for you. Last but not least, we have a Kendra Scott necklace and earring set. I have it right here. I've seen it. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's the perfect everyday item. It goes with every pair of sweatpants that you have on the underside of your Zoom meetings, and your Zoom colleagues are going to think you look so put together and lovely. Valued at $380, we've got a current bid of $200 to bidder number 38, Miss Carol. If you haven't already, be sure to register by texting the word bingo to 22454. Or once again, you can register on your computer at www.nsnv.afrogs.org. There you can check out those featured items along with our other incredible auction items, and I'll be updating you throughout the evening on the status of those bids. So bid high and bid often. Now, traditionally with a live auction, we would be closing everything in real time. But with the virtual event, there's a lag from when I am speaking to when you are seeing me on your screen. That lag can be anywhere between 7 and 30 seconds. So tonight, we're going to be closing all of the auction items at exactly 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to be highlighting all of the auction items right up until the close, but I will not be counting down to the close. So keep an eye on the clock and make sure you get all of your bids in before the clock runs out at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're going to be having a designated Raise the Paddle later on tonight, but feel free to donate throughout the program by hitting the Donate Now button. Once again, if you are experiencing technical difficulty, bidding or donating at any point throughout tonight's event, feel free to call the helpline at 208-807-3808. And remember, bid high, donate high, and bid and donate often. It is now my absolute pleasure to introduce the co-founder and president of No Silence, No Violence, Jessica Yaffa.
Thanks so much for that warm introduction, Anna. We are thrilled to have you here this evening, and to everybody watching at home tonight, thank you for being a part of tonight's event. As many of you know, because you've been part of events in years past, this is our first virtual event. And yet the fact that you are here with us this evening amidst a pandemic is extra special to those of us that count on you to show up with us for nights like tonight. I want to just call attention to a couple of things. First and foremost, with it being COVID, we know statistically speaking that domestic violence rates are increasing by up to 33% around the country. So if there was ever a time to come together and support an organization like No Silence, No Violence, it is now. Not only are we thrilled that those of you that have been a part of events and longtime supporters are able to be with us again tonight, we're especially thrilled that those of you who have been supporting us from afar, from different parts of the country, different parts of the state, also have the opportunity to join us this evening because the event is virtual. So to you, a special thank you. We are so delighted tonight to have the opportunity to come together to not only support survivors who are in crisis related to domestic violence, but also to continue to expand our efforts in spreading awareness and creating opportunities for education in order to break the cycle and to promote healthy relationships surrounding not only those who are in our county, but nationwide. It is now my absolute honor to introduce you to our first survivor speaker tonight, who's coming to us via video, and her name is Brooke.
I am a domestic violence survivor. I was broken, terrified, and desperate for help. I had hit dead end after dead end in my journey seeking resources. By the time I connected with Jessica, I was absolutely desperate for help. Since that moment, Jessica and No Silence, No Violence have never left my side. They immediately provided me with so many resources. She connected me with support groups so that I could meet and connect with other survivors. She provided me with immediate housing needs so that I could get a home. She helped with the security deposit and the first few months of rent. She helped with daycare needs and even watched my son herself so that I could go to work. I cannot imagine where I would be without them, and that every day I stand with Jessica and No Silence, No Violence to reduce the incidence, trauma, and stigma of domestic violence. No Silence, No Violence is a completely volunteer-run organization relying on donations from people like you. So if you can, please donate today, donate now. I can tell you from personal experience that you have the ability to save lives and change lives like mine.
What a powerful story, Brooke. Thank you for your courage to share. Let's now hear a bit more from Jessica about what No Silence, No Violence is all about and why we are all here tonight.
I was 16 years old when I entered into the relationship with my now ex-husband that would land him in prison for a period of 29 years, and me walking through a journey of healing for far more years than what I had anticipated. I remember those first handful of years when he went away, feeling like if I could hide this from the world, if I could make it go away, if I could just put it behind me, then ultimately I and our son would be set free. And yet what I found was that as he went away, my body began to feel safe enough to actually experience all of the trauma that I had endured for all of those years. And as I got brave enough, courageous enough to step into my own healing journey, found myself feeling really frustrated and confused, feeling like I was being judged and full of shame when I stepped into worlds of professionals that ultimately I had hoped would understand me and meet me in ways that I had struggled to find for so long. I remember all of those years ago, in fact, I think it was about 13 years ago now, getting to a place in my own healing where I was brave enough to share with two people what I had been through. And I remember being so afraid that those people would decide that they didn't want to be my friends or my colleagues anymore because I was a fraud, because I should be ashamed of myself, because I had done something wrong. I had made stupid choices. And yet one of the two of them said to me, "Oh my gosh, I've been through something similar and I've never had a space safe enough to share." I remember the first time I went to present publicly, and I had a room of probably 15 people, of professionals that I had worked with, and I was sharing with these colleagues who I had worked my way into relationship with as this esteemed professional who had it all together. And once they figured out who I really was, what I had been through, what I had allowed myself to go through, that then, in fact, that would be the time in which they would all wash their hands of me. And I remember on that day, every single one of them coming up to me afterward and saying things like, "Wow, I've been through something similar. You need to be sharing your story with everyone that you come in contact with as often as you can." And it was in the following weeks that I decided to start a support group, and I prayed that 10 people would show up. I think I had a dozen chairs set out. And on that very first meeting, with one community announcement, we had 68 survivors come. And that is where No Silence, No Violence was born. We wanted to offer a space where those in any part of the relationship violence continuum could come and find refuge, feel like they mattered, that their needs could be met, whether the survivor had just left, hadn't left, had left and gone back, didn't plan to leave at all, that there was a space of refuge where there was no agenda or attachment to what they would choose to do or not do, that they knew that they would be met with 100% compassion, and that ultimately there were no choices that were wrong choices or bad choices, that they deserved to be seen, heard, listened to, connected with. Since that time, No Silence, No Violence, as an all-volunteer organization, has served just under 16,000 men, women, and children. And we really identified that the way in which we could provide our county the greatest amount of support is to position ourselves as sort of the gap filler, if you will. We have all of these beautiful organizations around us that rely heavily on federal and state funding, that have restrictions around that funding and how it needs to be used. And we decided that we were going to commit ourselves to only accepting foundation money, individual donations, small grants, so that when all of these other organizations were forced to say, "We're sorry, we can't," or we don't have room in the budget for that, or that doesn't meet our guidelines, we were able to say, yes, we can. And lastly, we get to be the hope holders. For those who are struggling to find hope from within, we get to hold that hope until they have it. And so we get to express messages of, I know how difficult it can be to be in the space in which you're in. I know how frustrating, how desperate, how alone this can feel. I want you to know that I believe in you, that this is temporary, that I believe that this will get better, that you are seen, that where you are in this moment is not where you're going to continue to be. I believe that you have everything you need inside of you to survive and to thrive, and I'm going to hold on to that belief as you begin to believe it too.
Thank you, Jessica. Your passion surrounding the work that this organization does is absolutely contagious. What an incredible journey you've had, and the way in which you have used your own story is inspirational beyond words. I've so enjoyed getting to know you while working on this project, and I can truly feel how visceral your passion is for this organization. Before we head into one of the most exciting parts of the evening, let's hear from another survivor by the name of Esteban about his connection with No Silence, No Violence.
I am a biochemistry major at San Diego State University. So I have managed to be a pretty successful student lately. Thankfully, that wasn't always the case though for myself. I struggled a lot as a young kid growing up because I had a really abusive father, and he left when I was really young. After that, I was raised by a single mom. So times were really hard when I was a kid. I was diagnosed with depression from a really young age. I was about 12 years old, so I didn't really know what that meant at the time. I was 16 when I left high school really early. I had plans. I thought I was going to go to college. I thought I was going to do really well and get a degree, get a job, and it was at that point when it finally just hit me in the face that, okay, it's really actually hard to do well when you've been affected by trauma. I wasn't doing very well at all. I was failing classes and just really stumbling over myself. I sort of spent the next few years of my life like that, and it wasn't until I was lucky enough to get into contact with No Silence, No Violence. Thankfully, because of the help that this organization gave me, I was able to make a difference in my life and really change for the better. As a result of that, right now, I'm currently at a university. I was able to transfer. I was able to raise my GPA enough to do that. I went from 1.1 GPA to about 3.4, which is a pretty decent accomplishment in a STEM field. And right now I'm just living my dream at university, studying, and I really owe that to No Silence, No Violence, because they enabled me to be able to do that.
What a beautiful story, Esteban. Thank you for sharing with all of us. And I can say on behalf of myself and Jessica, we are so proud of you for studying at SDSU. Well, I don't know about all of you, but I am certainly feeling inspired. Let's take that inspiration and put it to use with our ability to change a survivor's life by donating and bidding on your favorite auction items now. As you can see on the table in front of me, I have a couple of awesome auction items that I haven't called out yet. We've got 8 bottles of wine here for you. They're mixed bottles. They're white and red from a bunch of different wineries. And I didn't personally try them, but as someone who just enjoys wine in general, it's absolutely worth it. We've got these gorgeous hand-thrown mugs here. We've even got a bidding war going on these ceramic mugs. The current bid is $100 to bidder Haas. So if you love these mugs as much as I do, make sure you are bidding on that item. We've got a signed cookbook by San Diego's own Brian Malarkey. And with that cookbook comes a virtual cooking class from Brian himself. So if you're running out of recipes to make during COVID, I know I've done a lot of cooking during COVID, a lot of food experimentation. This is absolutely the item from you. You're going to learn something new and fun and hopefully delicious. I can screw up anybody's recipe, even someone as good as Brian Malarkey, but I'm sure whoever bids on that item, you're going to end up with a delicious meal. We've got a parenting book from Susie Walton, and that comes with parenting classes. We've also got a serpentine cider package that comes with a crowler of cider and these 2 gorgeous mugs to drink your very nice cider out of. We're currently having a bidding war going on one of our most popular auction items, and that is a astrological reading from Goop's own Angie Godfrey. Now, I don't know whether or not she's done Gwyneth's reading, but you can definitely ask her how your reading lines up with Gwyneth's and see what she says. Our current bid on this item is $250 by bidder Ducey. If you want to find out how Mercury in retrograde is affecting your vibes, definitely bid on this item. We've also got a Kimmel wine case at a $255 bid to bidder Carol. I don't know who Carol is, but she is cleaning up tonight. And that case can be shipped anywhere in the country. So from our friends that are joining us from the East Coast or somewhere in between here in New York, absolutely, you can bid on that Kimmel wine case and that will be shipped to you. And we have our fitness package that is taking off with bids, ladies and gentlemen. And with so many of us looking for new ways to work out from home, this spin package is exactly what you need. Here to inspire you to bid even higher on this item is our awesome fitness instructors, Sarah and Selena.
Hey everybody, my name is Sarah Carroll and I'm here with Selena Diane from Selena D Fitness. We are so excited to offer this fitness package as an auction item for you all today. So I'm gonna shoot it over to Selena to tell you what she's got to offer.
Hey guys, we are very excited to be presenting this auction item. We're gonna start off our package with 1 month of unlimited access to our virtual studio. And that is unlimited classes that you can take for the month, including Sarah's spin classes. You've got strength classes, cardio classes, meditation, yoga, lots of fun stuff to choose from. We also are going to be giving away a free virtual training session with myself that we'll do one-on-one, as well as our third and final offer here as part of this auction gift, which in my opinion is the best offer, and that is with Sarah.
A free bike. We're going to be donating a spinning bike from spinning.com so that you can jump in the classes with me or just ride on your own as needed. So fire away, spend some money, donate to a great event. No silence, no violence. Thank you for the opportunity for us to provide this item for your auction. And we look forward to hearing who that winner is.
Thank you, ladies. What a generous contribution to our event. Don't wait another minute, folks. Get on that auction page and place your bids before it's too late. Our auction is going to be closing at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So keep your eyes on the clock and make sure nobody walks away with your favorite auction item. All right, everyone, while you are continuing to get your bids in, let's take a few moments to hear from another incredible survivor. Heather, take it away.
First and foremost, I really want to take an opportunity to say thank you with much gratitude and appreciation and humility to No Silence, No Violence. And as a survivor and as someone who's gone through years and years of untold trauma that we just build up inside of us, and I know it did with me. And it was through a kind friend that pushed me and got me in contact with No Silence, No Violence. And I had to do it on my own initially. I looked at the edge of that cliff, and really through the trauma that my kids were experiencing at the time, even though I was in the middle of chemo and radiation, I had no money. I couldn't even drive a car at the time. I looked at the edge of that cliff and I jumped, because it finally gave me the opportunity and the strength to be able to say, I need help. And what happened was just miraculous. And through No Silence, No Violence, I was put in touch with counseling. I had no money, but they paid for the beginning of my counseling. Here I am, 10 different, probably psychologists later, and an excellent support group through No Silence, No Violence, that I've been finally able to tell you that I love myself. And I kind of want to end with a statement just to say, you know, people they might forget what you said and people might forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. And that's a quote by Maya Angelou that's really been meaningful to me. And I really hope that someday I'll be able to help more women that have gone through this and realize that they're not alone. Thank you for your support.
This feels like an opportune time for me to tell you a bit more about what specifically we're doing here together tonight. You've heard some from myself about the organization in general. You've heard from incredible survivors. And we'd like to spend a few moments talking about why we rely on you, your part in this. Each and every month for the last 7 years, since No Silence, No Violence became its own nonprofit, we get requests, sometimes 100-fold, from survivors all over who are in desperate need and yet have struggled to find refuge. And those requests can really span from things like diapering babies, to keeping lights on, to paying for a laptop for a kiddo that's going off to college, as well as things like keeping folks safe in their homes who have lost jobs because of COVID or who are feeling stuck and unable to leave because of those same circumstances. I mentioned in the video a bit ago that we don't take in any sort of state or federal money. We do that on purpose. It's with intention. And the reason that we are really careful about the ways in which we receive funds is because often with state and federal funding, there are all kinds of guidelines around the ways in which money needs to be spent and the ways in which it can't be. When No Silence, No Violence originally came to be, we recognized that as needs just continued to fluctuate in various ways and flood in over and over again, that ultimately most of the survivors who were contacting us had already been through 10, 15, 20 phone calls with other organizations and unfortunately had been shut down or turned away because those organizations were unable to meet their specific need. We decided in those moments that the vision, the mission of our organization was to be the gap filler, to be able to say yes each and every time. And so it's you that we rely on in order to be able to make that yes happen. Because we are reliant solely on individual donors as well as foundations and really small grants, we can't do this work without you. And so it's you that keeps the lights on. It's you that provides support surrounding shelter and a safe place to go. It's you that diapers those babies' bottoms, and it's you that sends our kiddos to college. We are so incredibly grateful that you're here with us tonight, and we could not be doing this work without you. It is my absolute pleasure to introduce our final survivor video. Sarah is someone who I have a particular soft spot for in my heart and is someone who we've been able to help very recently. Sarah, please share with us about the impact that No Silence, No Violence has had for you and your son.
I've been a survivor of domestic violence since I was probably a baby. Without this foundation, I don't know if I would be sitting here talking to you. No Silence, No Violence has given me an opportunity to take care of my son and myself for the first time. I was in a 12-year relationship where I was controlled financially. One time I tried to leave and the abuse just got worse. I was timed when I'd go to the grocery store. And so I never thought I could get out. So I stopped speaking. At times I thought the only way out was by killing myself. I met Jessica thinking that this is gonna be some therapist that was just gonna give me a hug and tell me that maybe I should go to a shelter with my son. That's the scariest thing you can think of. And within 2 weeks, I was in my own home. Not only just financially being able to feel like I had parents for the first time that were helping me. It was the first time ever in my life I really thought I could take care of my son the way I wanted to take care of my son and not expose him to things that I was exposed to as a child. So if you're watching this and you really want to help, anything will help. It doesn't even have to be a lot. because one day I hope I can be in a situation to be someone like you who can donate and help someone like me. Because I don't know where I would be if it wasn't for this foundation. I don't know where I'd be if it wasn't for someone who donated, someone who can.
Well, if that is not a reason to pull out your wallets, I don't know what is. Thank you so, so much for that heartfelt message, Sarah. You heard from Jessica and you've heard from 4 incredible survivors about the impact your giving tonight is going to have for so many. So with that being said, let's get back to raising some money.
I'd like to take a few moments to tell you a little bit about what specifically you're contributing to tonight as you hit that donate button. A donation of $2,500 contributes to a survivor's rental deposit and first month's rent in order to move them from an unsafe situation into their own space, into their own sanctuary, where they are not left living in an unsafe or dangerous situation, and they're not anxiously awaiting an open shelter bed. A donation of $1,000 pays the majority of a survivor's rent. In fact, in certain parts of our country, it pays the rent in full. We in San Diego know that unfortunately that's not necessarily the case. However, that $1,000 contribution allows a survivor to use the remainder of their income to ensure that they're able to meet some of their other needs and their children's needs. A donation of $500 can do a variety of things. Initially, we like to think about those $500 donations as paying a security deposit in order to get a survivor in the door. Other things that a $500 donation can do are things like paying for a couple of months of childcare in advance, as well as ensuring that a survivor has access to work a new job. So interview clothing, gas cards, the ability to ensure that he or she has childcare. It can be used in combination in order to offer them that fresh start. A donation of $100 ensures that an electric bill is paid for at least 2 months, leaves those lights on, and ensures that a survivor and those babies are kept warm, especially during the winter months. And a donation of $50, ladies and gentlemen, allows us the opportunity to ensure that we are able to provide a week's worth of groceries or a week's worth of gas by giving things like grocery cards, gas cards, bus passes to ensure that survivors' bellies are full, that they're able to get to things like job interviews, just to drop kiddos off at school, to make it to work on time, to go to their own college classes when in fact college begins again, and ultimately many other things along the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, we know that you can't be here with us to raise your paddles in front of us, but now is the time to donate. We're going to be calling out some of those donations here shortly. You've heard from Jessica about specific numbers that are important to No Silence, No Violence, and I encourage you to bid those numbers. If those numbers are a little low for you or a little high for you, you can also bid whatever number you're comfortable with, or maybe even a little uncomfortable with. Bid a number that means something to you. Maybe it's your birthday. Maybe it's the price of your weekly latte. In LA, for me, that's $50. So that's a $50 donation right there. I see we've got a $100 donation coming in from Sechio. We've got a $100 donation that came in from Joanne Coupret. Thank you so much. We've got a $300 donation that came in from Reverly. And we've got a $20 donation coming in from Turner, a $100 donation coming in from Haddix, a $50 donation coming in from Avalair, and a $50 donation coming in from Sarah Carroll. If you have not donated yet, now is the time. Reach out to your family members, your mom, your dad, people in your life that have been affected by domestic violence. Encourage them to donate. Now is the time to donate, and now is the time to bid on your favorite auction items. We have a couple of items that are seriously heating up. That astrological reading is going through the roof. We had a $250 bid, then we came in for a $300 bid, and now we're at $325. We've got a hot bidding war going on for that astrological sign. I know I could use a little bit of clarity in 2020. So absolutely, that is the item for you. If that's what you're looking for, bid on that astrological reading. That Kimmel wine case is going up. We've also got the ceramic mugs entering into a hot bidding war, ladies and gentlemen. There is absolutely an auction item in there for everybody in your life. Christmas is coming up, the holidays are coming up. Go Christmas shopping on our auction items, ladies and gentlemen. And just a reminder, that auction is going to be closing at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So keep an eye on the clocks. Make sure that you are walking away with your favorite auction item, ladies and gentlemen. Our donations are coming in right now. We've got about $5,800 in donations and bids. Ladies and gentlemen, we just got a donation from Yaffa. I'm assuming there's some relation there.
Not only is there a relation there, Anna, I will tell you that I imagine Yaffa has donated because she sees that we are managing to socially distance so well that is an incentive to us to continue to keep it moving in a way that is safe and that is appropriate. Thank you, Ellen Yaffa.
I believe that that's the reason that my own mother donated as well, too. She's got to be very happy that I am socially distant right now. Our donations are up to $5,940, ladies and gentlemen. Our goal tonight is $30,000. So let's keep those donations coming in. Reach out to your friends, to your family, and let's see how much we can raise tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about another number. 10 million children. 10 million children view domestic violence. So if you are thinking of a big number that you want to donate right now, I think $10 million would be just about perfect. So if you know someone in your life that has the means to donate $10 million, absolutely be reaching out to them. Once again, we have some incredible auction items that are up for grabs, ladies and gentlemen. And in the second half of this evening, we are going to be playing bingo. So now might be the time to start gathering all of your bingo gear. I've got my lucky bingo troll. For those of you that frequent bingo halls, you will recognize the lucky bingo troll. People tend to hoard these as much as they possibly can, so they win as much as possible in those bingo halls. We've also got our No Silence, No Violence bingo daubers, and I know many of you at home have probably already snacked on those bingo cake pops. Those were absolutely delicious. I gobbled them up as soon as I got home. I could not wait, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Jessica, why don't you tell us a little bit more about what our donations are contributing to tonight?
You bet. I think it's a good time to potentially offer an opportunity for those of you that may be unfamiliar with why this cause is one that is so important to all of us, and why it is or how it is that it affects each of us that are in our communities, as well as why it really is something that we consider to be everybody's issue, everybody's challenge. 1 in 4 women, Anna, will experience some form of domestic violence in her lifetime in the US alone, and that is physical violence. And so when we look at things like emotional abuse, psychological abuse, financial abuse, statistics tell us that it's likely more like 1 in 2. So if you think about your friends, your family, your coworkers, your neighbors, and really sort of take a moment to acknowledge and recognize what that means for each of us. What that indicates to me is that we're not just talking about a small handful of folks who were here to help tonight. We're talking about a significant majority of the population. Other things that we like to really call attention to that you may not be aware of is that 1 in 3 high school students report knowing someone who has been physically abused by a partner. So for those of you who have teenagers at home or little ones who are growing into teenagers, for those of you that are in the teaching profession, in the counseling profession, or for any other reason are connecting with our young people, when we think about the ways in which they're being impacted by dating abuse, and yet we're not doing a great job systemically of providing the education, that is another reason that the work that we're doing is super important. And, you know, I highlighted a few minutes ago that so much of the funds that we receive during evenings like tonight provide direct support to the survivors that you've heard from already in such a courageous way. A small portion of those funds also offer an opportunity for us to spread awareness and provide education. We want to get not just alongside those who are suffering and in crisis, we want to get in front of this thing. And so some of your funding offers us the opportunity to go into school districts, to go onto military bases, to work with college campuses, to go into hospital systems, to provide education in childcare settings, to work with district attorneys' offices. And ultimately, if we are able to not just put a Band-Aid on this thing and provide direct support to those who are in crisis, but really get in front of it and change those statistics so that not so many women, men and children are affected. That in turn makes good sense to me, and I know that it makes good sense to you as well. And then lastly, I want to just also highlight and acknowledge that when we talk about the kiddos that No Silence, No Violence is working with, you are correct. 10 million children every year in the United States alone witness domestic violence, and it is the #1 predictive factor to either becoming a harm doer or to being a survivor, entering into a relationship where you are experiencing abuse at the hands of a loved one. And so when we talk about breaking the cycle, when we talk about working with our kiddos, when we talk about ensuring that they have access to information about what it means to be worthy of love and respect, what it means to experience unconditional regard, what it looks like and how it feels to be in healthy relationship and to have choice. Those are all things that we want to ensure that we have the opportunity to spread messaging around.
And I really want to reiterate something that you brought up earlier tonight, which is that your No Silence, No Violence does not rely on federal grants. You rely primarily on the donations that we are receiving tonight. So in order for No Silence, No Violence to continue doing their incredible work and have them not be bound by federal guidelines, your donations are so important, ladies and gentlemen. I see we have some more bidding wars going on, ladies and gentlemen. We've got our Fancy Sips mixology class coming in at a $275 bid, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, bidder Ebby. We've got our San Diego picnic for two coming in with a $270 bid from Carol. The Carol family is rolling through tonight. If you're a Carol family member, my personal gratitude from me to you. And we've got a virtual mixology class that's coming in at a $200 bid with bidder Secchio. I hope I'm pronouncing that name right. I know you've been bidding on a lot of our auction items, and I am so incredibly grateful, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a couple more donations that have come in. We've got a $100 donation from Katz. We've got a $250 donation from M. Gordas. We have a $100 donation coming in from E. Jaffe. Let's keep those donations rolling in, ladies and gentlemen. We're turning the corner on 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So make sure you are getting those bids in. We've got a current donation thermometer level of $6,760, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we can get it all the way to $30,000. Once again, if you are having any difficulty, feel free to call our helpline, whether that's difficulty donating or if you would prefer to donate over the phone. We will absolutely be happy to do that for you guys. Once again, we have our auction. It's going to be closing here pretty quick, so keep your eye on your phone. I personally have some bidder strategy that I like to incorporate when I'm bidding on silent auction items, and I like to bid as often as possible just to make sure that nobody can walk away with my favorite item. If I were bidding right now, I would definitely be bidding on those flowers, probably as a Christmas present for my mom for the whole year. And then I think that covers like Christmas, anniversaries, birthdays, like you're good for the whole year if you get that 1-year subscription for the flowers. Definitely keep bidding on these Kendra Scott earring set, maybe buying it for yourself or buying it for a lovely special someone in your life. Maybe you forgot a birthday or an anniversary and might be in a little bit of trouble. This is definitely something that's gonna get you out of hot water, ladies and gentlemen. And I just wanna reiterate some statistics about domestic violence. More than 125 men, women, and children have been receiving long-term counseling paid for by No Silence, No Violence. And that is how they are helping to overcome the effects of abuse. And No Silence, No Violence has given out over 100 gift cards this year alone for groceries, gas, clothing, transportation, and more. And we all know how difficult 2020 has been. Jessica said earlier, we have seen a rise of 33% in domestic violence across America. Your money is directly contributing to some of the effects that are exponentially growing during this very difficult time. Would you like to speak a little bit more on what 2020 has been like for your organization and how you've worked to overcome some of those challenges?
You bet, you bet. So 2020 has been a challenging year for all of us for so many reasons. As an organization, we certainly have seen an influx in need. We've seen those who have come to us with need having bigger need, because with things like loss of job, with not being able to escape the house, to go to the grocery store or to go to work or to go to a faith service, it means that survivors are at home and under the thumb of somebody who is harming them 24 hours a day. And so that also means that by the time they're able to ask for help, it is very likely that things have gotten to a place where they're in real trouble and they need some major assistance. So not only have we seen an increase in the number of requests, we've seen an increase in the gravity of requests. We have provided more assistance with things like housing, attorney fees, and some of those big number items, far more in 2020 than we ever have before. The number of folks who we're providing attorneys for, so that they're able to file restraining orders, so that they're able to begin the divorce process if that feels like it's what's right for them to ensure that they have custody of their children and are able to keep them safe. Those sorts of things wouldn't happen if organizations like ours wasn't able to step forward in times like these. And lastly, with shelter beds being full everywhere and there being really limited services available at a lot of the organizations that have previously been providing domestic violence support, the need that is coming to us is not only surrounding the kinds of things that we are used to being able to pay for, but also so much more. And so many of our local organizations are now relying on No Silence, No Violence to be able to fill some of those gaps in ways that they've not been able to because they've been required to shut down or offer services in a much more limited way.
That's a huge impact that you guys have had this year. And I know having worked with you on this event, you personally are so involved with talking to survivors. You're not one of those executive directors and founders who maybe just handles the business side of things. You're so involved, and it's so incredible to see how passionate Jessica is and how just committed she is to this organization, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a couple of more bids that are coming in. We've got our cameo with pro baseball player Mark Sweeney. That's got a $450 bid to, is that Carol again? Oh my goodness, the Carols are killing it tonight, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you that don't remember what a cameo is, Mark Sweeney is going to send you a personalized message to your favorite family member, or to you. Treat yourself if you're a big Mark Sweeney fan. He's pretty cute, just from me to you. So, I mean, it's worth it just for that. And he can say Merry Christmas, Happy Thanksgiving, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Easter, Happy graduation, Happy birthday, whatever message you would like him to send, he will provide that for you, ladies and gentlemen. We're coming in on the close of our auction, and our donating, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be closing at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We've got a $150 donation coming in from D. Potter. Thank you so much. We've got a $10 donation coming in from G. Williams. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we would love to accept all of your donations, no matter the level that they are at. I know 2020 has financially been a difficult year for so many, but whatever you can contribute, we are immensely grateful for. Keep an eye on those bids, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure that nobody goes home with your favorite item. I know we've got a Wayne Gretzky signed puck on there. If you are at all a hockey fan, or even if you're not, I'm not a big hockey fan, and I know who Wayne Gretzky is, and that is saying something. So make sure you bid on all of those sports memorabilia items for the sports fan in your life. They make incredible presents for the holidays, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, it is a great place to go holiday shopping in our auction items. There is like absolutely so much to be given out towards your family and friends. I know. What are your plans for Christmas? Do you have any secret big plans? Or?
Yeah, no, we are working on figuring out what this year is going to be like for us. We actually have close family that lives in another part of the world who are trying to come and see us. And so figuring out quarantine and those sorts of things certainly proves to be a task, but we're committed to finding ways to be together this holiday season for sure. I want to just highlight something. I'm going to pay for this later. I know that I will. G. Williams, who donated $10 on that screen, that's my son. And G. Williams, don't kill me. I know that your camera is not on and no one can see you. And so therefore I feel like I am safe enough. You heard me share a little bit earlier in the video that my son and I escaped domestic violence, and his dad went to prison when he was about 4.5 years old. The fact that he has scraped a few dollars together while he is working hard, but his hours have reduced because of COVID, is something that just touches my heart in such a significant way. And for those of you that have a relationship with G. Williams and know a bit about what we've lived, what we've survived, and the journey that we have been on together, thought that it was important to just highlight that for you as well. So G. Williams, you are a rock star and my absolute hero.
That's absolutely awesome. And like you said, I mean, honestly, anything that you can scrape together to donate is so incredibly meaningful tonight. It has been a really hard year for everybody. So many people's jobs have been affected by COVID-19. And so we're just so grateful that you're all out there joining us tonight, this evening, and donating. We are so happy to be with you this evening. It almost didn't happen, you know? Virtual events are tricky, and we're just so grateful that even though this isn't our traditional event, we get to join you this evening, ladies and gentlemen. We've still got some bidding wars going on. We're up to $7,455 on our thermometer, ladies and gentlemen. We got a $25 donation coming in from Weber. We've got a $100 donation coming in from M. Sophia. We've got a $50 donation coming in from A. Chemansky. We've got a $150 donation coming in from D. Potter. Thank you so much. And if you'd like to donate again, we would love to encourage that, even if it's only $5. It'll just make us so happy that you're out there participating with us this evening. We've got a $25 donation that just came in, ladies and gentlemen. Keep an eye on that thermometer. There's a main page with a thermometer where all the bids and all of the donations are coming in. And keep an eye on your favorite auction items, ladies and gentlemen. You want to make sure that nobody steals those out from under you. You're going to be wanting to watch the clock and make sure you get those final bids in right at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Immediately following our auction, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go into our bingo games. We've got 4 bingo games for you this evening. We've got some incredible prizes.
Not only do we have incredible prizes, but I will have you know that 30 minutes of our rehearsal was taken by me practicing being Vanna White. So for those of you that are interested in participating with me in that way, I am ready and I am yours.
I have been working with, we've got Betty the bingo wheel. She's a little bit temperamental. I can't wait for you guys to meet her. I'm so excited for bingo. I used to play bingo with my grandmother, and so I'm so excited to become a bingo caller. It's honestly been a lifelong dream of mine, so thank you for making that happen for me. We've got some bidding wars that are still going on. That astrological sign has gone up again. We've got a hot bidding war going on. We've got a $375 bid from Bidder Doocy. Bidder Doocy seriously wants to walk away with that astrological sign. I get it. Whoever you are, I totally need some clarity in my 2020. Absolutely. Once again, we've got these gorgeous ceramic mugs up here. These are hand thrown. And as somebody who has tried to make something like this, I cannot tell you just how difficult it is to come out with such a gorgeous result, ladies and gentlemen. They're perfect for your holiday hot drinks, your holiday apple ciders, your holiday eggnogs with maybe a little bit of Bailey's in there, as my mom and I like to drink together. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the ceramic mugs are up to, I believe, $170, ladies and gentlemen, to Bidder Brins. Thank you so much. Keep those bids and donations coming in. We've got a $100 donation from L. Allen, a $50 donation from T. Walton. We've got a $50 donation coming in from K. Saucerman, a $200 donation coming in from M. Mitchell, and $25 from N. Weber. Thank you so much. Keep those donations coming in. Let's see, what time are we at?
It looks like we've got about 3 minutes to 6.
So make sure you are on your phones or your computer. Reach out to your family members. Tell them that they have about 5 more minutes to send in those donations, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure that nobody's walking away with your favorite auction item. Do you have something? Have you been able to bid at all? I know we've been on camera.
Well, I have someone at home who is closely watching the Ring doorbell, safety first, ladies and gentlemen. So he understands where he is cut off.
Good.
And yet I am sure watching it very closely.
Proxy bidding is a very good strategy. You have learned well. Yes. We've got some frantic bidding happening here in the studio from our awesome staff.
We've got all sorts of things happening behind the scenes with our production crew who are masked, Ellen Yaffa, and they are back here trying to keep track of what needs to happen on camera, while also they've got phones going, they've got computers going. They are on text message, they are going hard.
Absolutely. So make sure you go just as hard as they are. They are juggling a lot of things. All you have to do at home is bid, ladies and gentlemen. We're coming in here pretty close to the close. So let's see if we get some of those final donations in, ladies and gentlemen. we are going to be closing donations and bids at 6 p.m., ladies and gentlemen. Our virtual mixology class, we've got a hot bidding war going on there. Secchio has been outbid twice and now has a bid of $300. I don't know who Secchio is, but they're killing it tonight. Their bidding strategy is absolutely on point. I wonder if they have like a laptop and a phone going on, watching multiple different auction items. That's how I absolutely like to do it.
I can tell you who that is, Bobby. You're on it, and you're my hero. She is all about it. She has been a supporter of No Silence, No Violence from the beginning, and we are so grateful. In fact, if you have a moment, I would love to get in on mixology if they will make me a mocktail. So invite me, I'm all there.
I love it. All right, we're coming in. We've just got a couple minutes left, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you get those bids and final donations in. We've got a $300 donation coming in from M. Haas. We got a $50 coming in from T. Carroll. That's another member of the Carroll family. Carrolls, you guys rock. And we've got a $100 donation coming in from Ella Allen, ladies and gentlemen. We're moving the needle on that thermometer. We're really trying to get to our goal tonight, ladies and gentlemen. You've just got a couple minutes left to bid on your favorite auction items. We're currently at $8,960, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we can get those final bids and donations in just under the wire. We've got about 3 minutes left, ladies and gentlemen, just about 3 minutes. And then we are going to go into our bingo portion. So keep an eye on those bids, but make sure you've got your lucky bingo troll nearby. I think the bingo troll, good luck, works for auctions as well. If you have an item that you're really trying to walk away with tonight, you want to have him nearby as well.
Absolutely. I will also say that the bingo troll scared some of the children who opened their gift boxes yesterday, not knowing what the troll was about. And so for those of you at home, please make sure that you explain what the lucky troll situation is to your kiddos so that I don't get any more text messages with kids crying about the scary troll.
There's actually a great history behind the troll. There was a troll named Dammit that went and visited JFK from the first female pilot to cross the Atlantic. So there's a long history in the lucky trolls. So make sure you have your troll nearby, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we are coming to the close. We are just a couple minutes away. We're about 2 minutes away from the close, so keep an eye on your auction items and continue to donate. And I just want to say thank you so much for joining us tonight. This has been an absolutely incredible evening, and I've so enjoyed getting to spend it with all of you. Thank you all of those who donated. Thank you all of those who tuned in, who told your family members to donate. We so greatly appreciate it. I know Jessica absolutely appreciates it. And I'm just so honored to be here with you all tonight. We're getting a refresh on our thermometer. We've got a couple more donations coming in, ladies and gentlemen, just a couple minutes left. Bid on the wine. I know I love wine during 2020. It's been a rough year and wine is just exactly what I need. We've got about $8,000 coming in. We've got $8,860 on our thermometer. Let's see if we can get to $9,000 before we close everything down, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get those final bids and donations in. Hopefully you walk away with your Ring doorbell. I'm crossing my fingers for you.
Fingers crossed.
Does your proxy better have a good luck troll?
I don't know that I left him home with a good luck troll, but he's got a whole lot of other good luck. So.
All right, sounds good. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are just closing in on 6 o'clock here in the studio. So we are going to close everything down here in the studio. Keep an eye on your clocks at home for the close of that auction. Thank you all for bidding and donating. I've really appreciated getting to spend this evening with you. And now, Jessica, why don't you tell us a little bit about Give us some thank yous for the people that worked on this event tonight.
You bet. I want to first start with you, Anna. It's been such a pleasure getting to know you and the way in which you have shown up for us. Magnificent. I also want to say a big thank you to the Options for All studio team and production crew who are here with us tonight. They're behind the scenes. You can't see them. The countless days, hours, and weeks that they have put into getting the videos ready, ensuring that we were good to go, ensuring that we have everything that we need, making sure that everything runs seamlessly has been absolutely incredible. And it's been such a gift to get to know you and your team. Big, big thank you to our board of directors. This has been an exceptionally challenging for a lot of reasons, event to put together. All of you show up in this incredible way, day in and day out, month in and month out. And around this event in particular, each and every one of you made it possible. So a big thank you to our board of directors. Want to also say thank you to the Auction Frogs Productions team. They are who we are streaming through tonight. They have set us up with this incredible auction. They are responsible for helping to ensure that things are going seamlessly, making sure that those videos are playing seamlessly and that we're able to go back and forth from the live studio to the videos and the other things that you've seen tonight. And we don't know how we would have pulled this off. In fact, we would not have pulled this off without you. So a huge thank you to the Auction Frogs team. Last but not least, a big thank you to those 4 survivors who filmed those incredible videos. It is always remarkable to be reminded when we have the opportunity to about the ways in which we have the ability to impact the lives of those who are so incredibly deserving, and to talk about this so openly and share it with folks online who you have never met and never will meet is an act of bravery and courage that certainly deserves a special and a really intentional thank you. So for the 4 of you who I hope are watching, who we've given bingo cards to, best of luck in bingo. And we're so, so grateful for your time and your support. And I think we're ready.
Yes.
We've hit 6 o'clock. We've got Betty up and running. So Anna, why don't you give us the rundown? What can we expect? What are the rules? Take it away.
All right, well, I am officially removing my auctioneer hat and putting on my bingo collar hat, and I am so excited. So it's time to bring together all of your bingo stuff. Make sure you have your troll, your dauber, and of course, your bingo cards. These are specifically NSNV bingo cards you can see on your free space. You should have that no silence, no violence free space right in the middle. Now let's get down to some ground rules. We're going to be playing 4 games of bingo tonight. Each game needs to be played on the color card that I call out before the game. So our first game is going to be played on your front blue card. If you get bingo, you need to text me a photo, which I'll get right here on this phone. And the number to text is 619-916-1707. So once again, that is 619-916-1707. You might want to put it in your phone right now, just in case, because the winner of bingo is not only going to be the first person that gets to bingo, but the first person that texts me that they have bingo with a photo of their bingo card. So as soon as you get bingo, text me as soon as possible. I think we are ready for our first bingo game. So our first bingo game is going to be played on your blue card, and it is going to be just one line, very traditional bingo. So you can have a horizontal line, a diagonal line, or a vertical line, and it can be any line. It can be the O vertical line. It can be this way diagonal. Just one line. So you can go ahead and use your dauber and mark your free space. And we are going to be playing for a absolutely gorgeous.
That is my cue.
Michael Kors backpack. Jessica is now Vanna White modeling this backpack for you. It's perfect for school or just like a hot mom look. Look at that. That is awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started here with our first call. And our first bingo number is 070. 070. Up next, we have N39. N39. Next up, N35. N35. Wow, where's N35? There we go. Awesome. Next up, we have 063. 063. Remember that if you get bingo, text me as soon as possible. Up next, N38. N38. This is this really cool antique bingo set.
It is pretty cool.
We've got N43. N43. The N's are doing really well. We've got up next N37. N37. So someone could now have bingo. So we're getting down into it. We'll see. Just a reminder, if you get bingo, text 619-916-1707. We've got 066. 066. Oh. Someone said hoping for a win. Someone, I don't know who's 6'1". I can't read it. I appreciate it, but reminder, text me as soon as possible if you get bingo. We've got 073, 073. We could have bingo in the O's as well now. Up next, 071, 071. All right, for those of you at home, pay close attention because we're getting down to the wire. Next, we've got 069, 069. G49, G49. Just a reminder, that number is 619-916-1707. Okay, we've got G51, G51. No B's and no I's.
What up, Betty?
Betty? She is not. Oh, we got a B11. B11.
Betty comes through.
She does pull through just when you need her to. Next up, we've got I-19, I-19. Up next, B14, B14. G59, G59. Let's see, we've got N42, N42, and N41 right next door, ladies and gentlemen, N41. That's a reminder, if you get bingo, text 619-916-1707. We've got G56. Oh, just hoping for a win again. G56. Once again, that's G56. We've got the N's and the G's that are doing really well, but not so much the B's and the I's. So it's hard to get that diagonal line for those of you that are out there going for the diagonal. All right, next up, we've got N32. Once again, that's N32. All right, let's see. I've got a text here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to check and verify this. Would you like to re-show her the prize that she's won?
And Kim, this Michael Kors backpack coming to you live from Options for All Studios now belongs to you for a great day at work, taking the kids to school, a nice evening out, or a Saturday where you're just lounging around. This Michael Kors backpack will come in it will have great use.
And I did get another text for a bingo. Unfortunately, Kim did come in first, so Kim is walking away with this bingo. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you text as quickly as possible if you would like to win the game. All right, now this is this cool antique thing where and they all are supposed to, sometimes she needs a little encouragement there. Awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming into our next bingo game. The game is going to be played on your orange bingo card. It must be played on your orange bingo card. And we are going to be doing a cross. Someone told me to tell their wife that she's looking hot. So I don't know if you're married, but I would assume that that's your husband. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be doing a cross here, a cross. And game number 2 is going to be playing for a wine basket and an Italian cookbook. Is that the wine basket there?
This is the wine basket here, Anna.
Awesome.
And this is coming to us from Ducey Wines, care of Kevin Ducey, who is on our board of directors. Also, potentially the winner of the astrological package that comes with 3 astrological sessions, 3 incredible bottles of wine, as well as an Italian cookbook coming your way.
That's 1 bottle for each session. That worked out perfectly. Hopefully you walked away with the astrological prize. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are going to be doing a cross. So a vertical line through N and a horizontal line right through the middle. All right, ladies and gentlemen, first up, we have G49, G49. Next, we have N43, N43. N43. We had G49 and then N43. Up next, O63. O63. N31. N31. I21. I21. All right, B11. B11. Next up, N72. N42. N42. I24. Once again, that's I24. Next up, we've got B8. B8. Up next, G57. G57. All righty. Next up, we have O70. O70. Then we have N40. N40. After that, we have B10. B10. So it looks like we're getting close to somebody being able to have a bingo. So once we kind of get to that point, I'll recall out all the balls to make sure that everybody is up to speed. All right, we've got G47 up next. G47. Once again, we are competing for this cross sign. So a vertical line down on the N and then a horizontal line through the middle. So a cross, just like this. See? On your orange card. Our next ball is G52, G52. Up next, we have O69, O69. Then we have N37, N37. After that, we have O73, O73. All right, we've got O65. Once again, that's O65. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got quite a few balls up here, so I'm gonna go ahead and call out all of the balls once again, just to make sure you are up to speed. We have B8, B10, B11. In the I's, we have I21, I24. In the N's, we have N31, N37, N40, N42, and N43. Then we have G47, G49, G52, and G57. And finally, in the O's, we have O63, O65, O69, and O70, and finally O73. So hopefully that brings you guys all up to speed. Once again, we are doing the cross. Next up, we have N39, N39. Then we've got I27, I27. We've got G56, G56. And remember, you want to mark your free space, so make sure you've got that free space marked. Then we've got O64, O64. All right, we've got G48, G48. It's getting close here. Up next, we've got G50, G50. Next up, I28, I28. N36. Once again, that's N36. We've got B12, B12. And once again, the number to text in your bingo is 619-916-1707. We've got N33 up next, N33. I hope you all are enjoying bingo. I know I haven't gotten to play bingo during COVID, so I'm so excited that NSNV decided to put on a virtual bingo game with real prizes too.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Next up, we've got B14, B14. Then we have O71, O71. If you're getting close, if you're one away, feel free to send me a text just to tell me that you're one away. Oh, I've got a text. Whoa, somebody's got bingo in the N section. So they're close, but they're not quite there. They're getting really close, but you do have to have that full cross, ladies and gentlemen, that full cross. But I'm rooting for you. All right, let's keep going. We've got N35, N35. Next up, we've got B3, B3. Up next, we have I-19, I-19. I-30, I-30. I know the cross can be a tricky one to get. So if you're close, let me know. I've got G53, G53.
I'd just like to say, if slippers were a part of our bingo prize right about now, they would be on my feet.
Yes. Oh my goodness. I'm sure your feet have to be killing you. I'm actually wearing Birkenstocks because nobody can see my feet.
Not fair.
I picked the better place to stay.
Yes, you did.
Yes. I've got N44, N44. Do you have a bingo strategy that you use ever?
You know, I have only actually played bingo one time in my life. I have no strategy, nor am I lucky.
Ooh, I never win in bingo. I love to play because I just like to do the daubing, but I'm not very lucky in terms of my bingo playing. I've got I-25, I-25. All right, we're coming down to the wire here. Next up, I-23, I-23. All right, I've got a text. Bingo! We've got a bingo, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a bingo from Jamie E. Thank you so much, Jamie. We've got N42, N40, N44, and N35, B8, I-21, 50, G57, and O64. Congratulations to our winner, Jamie. Jamie, you're going to be walking away with that wine basket and Italian cookbook.
Congratulations, Jamie.
All right, let's get Betty queued up for our next game here. She's
working overtime.
She's not having a good time on that one. Come on. There we go. This is so much more fun than the digital bingo, I think.
Much better.
I think it's way more fun to have the good old-fashioned bingo wheel. The digital ones really kind of scare me. Because you never know if they're honest, you know?
That is true.
But with the Betty bingo wheel, you know you're getting an honest game of bingo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our next game is going to be a 7. You are going to be trying to get a 7. It can go either way. You can get a horizontal line. You want to get a horizontal line at the top and then a diagonal line, and you can get that diagonal line either way. So either this way or that way for a regular 7 or a backward 7. All right, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you have your green card out for our third game of bingo. Miss Vanna White, will you tell us what our contestants will be winning with our third game of bingo?
I need you to actually tell me what our contestants will be winning.
Contestants will be winning matching coat wallets and a wristlet.
We have a gorgeous Coach wristlet that can be worn casually or dressed up. We also have a his and her Coach wallet. Fits beautifully in a purse as well as into a back pocket.
Awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming in on our third game of bingo. And I just want to send out a message to you guys. You are still able to donate if you missed your opportunity to donate before our 6 o'clock window. So between daubing those bingo cards, if you'd like to donate, feel free to go ahead and do that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are playing for either a 7, a normal 7, or a backward 7. So that's that top line horizontally and a diagonal line down on your green bingo card. All right, first up, we've got G49.
I just got a message from the production team in the back that we won the Ring security doorbell.
Congratulations, Miss Jessica. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you very much. And thank you for my partner at home.
He was a great proxy bidder.
That he was.
All right, we've got O71, O71. We have G49 and O71. Up next, we have your proxy bidder is just sending you lots of love tonight. We've got N45, N45. Then we've got B8, B8. Once again, we've got G49, O71, N45, and B8. Then we've got O73. Then N36. We've got, once again, O73 and N36. Up next, we have N32, N32. After that, we have I27, I27. We've got O63, O63. After that, we've got G54, G54. All right, then we've got I18, I18. Whoop. Betty's getting a little temperamental. Then we've got N41, N41. We've got B14, B14. We've got up next O62, O62. I'll tell you what, the digital ones never read them wrong though, so that might be part of the perks of it. Then we've got B4, B4. N31, N31. After that, we've got G51, G51. All right, we've got I29, I29. O75, O75, that's the granddaddy of them all. Then we've got O68, O68. Up next, we have B2, B2. Then we've got O69, O69. After that, I17, I17. Then we've got G57, G57. We've got N43, N43. Once again, if you're one away, feel free to send us a text. Then we've got N42, N42. After that, we've got G59, G59. We've got N38, N38. O74, O74. We've got I22, I22. I21. Lucky number 21. Then we've got N44, 44. All right, we've got O64, O64. I'm gonna call out these numbers again, just so you guys can make sure you're all caught up. I've got B2, B4, B8, and B14. In the I's, I have I17, I18, I21, I22, I27, and I29. For the N's, I have N31, N32, N36, N38, N41, N42, N43, 44, and N45. All right, we've got an image. Let's see. We're getting close to a bingo here from one of our viewers. We're getting pretty close. You haven't won yet. To the person that just texted me, you have not yet won. You've got to get that horizontal line at the top and a diagonal line down.
And Anna, just FYI, we were notified that our donation link was frozen for a little bit. It is up and working now. So if you have the opportunity and feel compelled to donate, please feel free to do that now.
Awesome. All righty. Your partner would like you to know that you're an amazing Vanna, which I agree.
Thank you. And I'm questioning whether they're actually coming from him, because very unlike him to be texting these sorts of things. I'll have to check on that a little later.
G60, G60. We've got O70, O70. B10, B10. You might just have it in Mockford. That's kind of fun.
Hey, I'll take it whatever way I can get it, Anna.
Absolutely. Up next, we've got B5, B5. Then we've got I20, I20. Then we've got I24, I24. We've got B3, B3. Up next, we have G58, G58. Once again, if you get bingo, you need to text me a photo of your bingo card with your name to 619-916-1707. The first person to text bingo is our winner, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you have that number saved. We're getting close here. We've got B9, B9. Up next, we've got N37, N37. We've got I16, sweet 16.
Come on, Betty.
N35, N35. Betty's got to give us a bingo soon. All right, we're coming down to the wire here. We've got N40, N40. Then we've got N33, N33. I19, I19. Then we've got G48, G48. All right, I've got a text. Oh, we've got someone that is 2 away. We've got someone 2 away. All righty, we've got G46, G46. N39, N39.
Anna, it looks like we made our $9,000 mark. We're at $9,035.
Awesome. That's fantastic. And our donation link is still open. Let's see if we can get that even higher, ladies and gentlemen. Up next, we have G. Oh, let's see. Let's see what we've got here. We're 1 away, I think. Yeah, one away. We've got somebody that's one away. They're looking for G47. G47. We've got a bunch of people texting in that they're one away, two away. So hopefully for our people that are close. Wow, I'm getting a bunch of texts all of a sudden. Oh, bingo.
Excellent.
Bingo from Billy Riefler. Thank you so much.
Fantastic.
We've got a bingo. I'm going to check on this. Do you want to show them what they've won again?
You betcha.
D10.
The coach set is coming your way. And again, it includes a beautiful black leather wristlet that can be worn casually or dressed up, as well as a his and hers wallet. This wallet fits wonderfully in a purse or backpack. This one right in the back pocket. A beautiful gray and black to match with everything.
All right, and this is a legit bingo. Congratulations, Riesler. You have won. And we are coming into our fourth and last bingo. For those of you that didn't win, I'm so sorry, but maybe you'll have some luck in your last bingo game. Make sure you've got your bingo troll nearby so that he or she can provide you with some luck. Did you name your bingo troll?
I don't know that I have a bingo troll. All of those boxes that we put together, I might be without a troll.
Oh my
Why
goodness.
don't I show everybody what they're going to be playing for while you get Betty ready, if that sounds okay?
Our fourth game is going to be the $75 Converse gift card and a hat and keychain.
Converse gift card can be used as his or hers for children or adults, and therefore everybody in your family should be excited about game number 4. Boy, I am in the wrong line of work.
You are. You really should have been Vanna White. I don't know what you were thinking. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be our last game together. I've thoroughly enjoyed this evening, and I'm so excited for this last game. Our last game is going to be played on the yellow card. We are going to be playing for an X, ladies and gentlemen. X marks the spot. So go ahead, use your dauber to mark the free space, and we are going to be playing for an X, ladies and gentlemen. All right. First up, we've got G49, G49. Next up, we have I20, I20. All right, next up, we have O63, O63. Once again, if you get bingo, that number is 619-916-1707. Text me a picture with your name, which I really hope that I pronounced correctly. Up next, we have I24, I24. We've got O69, O69. Then we've got N41, N41. After that, I27, I27. We've got G55, G55. Oh, I've got a little fly on me. It's the bingo lucky fly. Next up, I have I19, I19. We've got O64, O64. N33, N33. Once again, remember to mark your free space. We've got O68, O68. We are playing once again for the X, ladies and gentlemen. And that number to text in is 619-916-1707. We've got B2, B2. Then we've got B14, B14. N39, N39. G47, G47. O62, O62. O67, O67. We've got B15. Once again, that's B15. Next up, we've got B13, B13. I see our donation levels are rising, ladies and gentlemen. We've got our thermometer is at $9,135. Let's keep those donations coming in. I've got a text. Maybe we've got somebody that's one away. Oh, our friends at Auction Frogs just wanted to tell us what a great job we're doing.
How sweet is
That's
that?
very nice. Thank you so much to Auction Frogs. I've so thoroughly enjoyed working with you guys. I hope you're playing bingo along with us. Next up, we've got I-28. I-28. Then we have N37, N37. We've got B5, B5. Next up, N43, N43. All righty, we've got B4, B4. All right, we're getting pretty far in here. We could have a bingo at any moment. We've got O72, O72. I'm gonna call out our numbers again just so you guys can make sure you're all caught up. We've got B2, B5, B4, I went out of order there, B2, B4, B5. We've got B13, B14, B15. In the I's, we have I-19, I-20, I-24, I-27, and I-28. In the N's, we have N33, N37, N39, N41, and N43. For G's, we have G47, G49, G55. The G's only have 3. They're kind of to pick up the pace here. In the O's, we've got O62, O63, O64, O67, O68, O69, and O72. All right, moving right along. We've got N40, N40. Then we have G51, G51. If you're getting close, feel free to let me know. Once again, we are playing for the X. We've got O66, O66. After that, we have I30, I30. Then we've got B8, B8. Hey, why was that 6 afraid of 7?
Because 7 ran away with 8.
Yeah. That's B8, ladies and gentlemen. Up next, we have I16, lucky number 16.
It's been a long time.
Then we've got N36, N36. After that, we've got, I've got a text. We've got somebody that's 1 away. we're gonna make my way through here. We've got somebody that's 3 away, 3 away. We've got someone that is 1 away. Awesome. We've got someone that is 1 away. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our next number is I25, I25. All right, I've got an image. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, cool. We've got I23, I23. Let's see if we've got a bingo. We've got B3, B3. All right, let's check in, see what we've got here. We've got another person that is 1 away. I believe my person that just texted, we've got a bingo, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to Brooke. Congratulations. I'm going to check on this for you, but you have won our Converse package. Awesome.
And Brooke is our survivor in that very first video. If you remember, Miss Brooke, you have not only Converse for you, but Converse for that special little boy of yours, along with a hat and a keychain to match. We are so thrilled for you.
Congratulations, Brooke. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. I want to take the time to thank each and every one of you for spending your evening with us tonight. It isn't that often that we have the opportunity to enjoy friends and family while engaging in such fun activities and making such an impact at the same time. I hope you all have enjoyed yourself as much as I have and leave tonight's event feeling hopeful, connected, and joyful in what you've helped us to accomplish. I know that the No Silence, No Violence team echoes the same feelings. Thank you all so much.
Thanks to you, Anna, and thanks everybody at home. We are so thrilled that you've spent your evening with us.